You're a universal change artist. February 22, 2016. Dear ones. For many of you, it is time for celebration. You have created your Earth security dream. The momentum you started will draw those of like mind into your whirlwind of joy. So it is that those of you of 5D are moving into place. Some of you are quite angry, believing you are doing it wrong, or some other belief that indicates you are not worthy of creating your Earth security dream. If you are reading this and similar pieces that highlight joy instead of fear and anger, you are of the forerunner group displaying your creative skills with joy and sparkles. Even though some of you remain in fear of world events, you are beginning to realize that this transition moves from micro, your beliefs and actions, to macro, global universal beliefs and actions. Contrary to all you have known for eons, the last great age of fear moved from macro, global fears, community shoulds and have tos, to micro, your actions and beliefs. This reverse transition, in so many ways, has taken some of you a bit to adjust to. For your inner being is voicing actions that often seem counterintuitive, the opposite of what you trained your Earth life self to believe all the eons you hid your inner power/universal skills God-Goddess capabilities. Some of you are such dedicated God-Goddesses that you created an inner life to match the heavy, 3D, outer-directed world that was Earth. Now that you are reversing all you learned to best fit in the 3D Earth, it is a bit more difficult than either you or we envisioned. Some of you continue to fall back to your safety zone of what was, instead of what is. That is the piece you are now addressing. Many are getting it daily, just as you did in school when suddenly understanding a math problem. Most likely, you pondered, you stressed, you became angry, and then you just knew the answer. You did not necessarily know how you solved that math problem, but you did. So it is now. You try to force the issue. You become angry at your seeming inability to create what you want. Then one day it just is. Hindsight will indicate that you solved the problem in your way in time. But for now, you are in an angry at yourself stage for not understanding, much less solving the problem. And that is the problem. You are addressing your seeming lack of creation skills and lack of self-worth in fear. Neither of those labors is accurate, for you are merely retraining yourself to move in joy without fear or lack of worth. Simple words, but not necessarily simple actions. For you have done such a marvelous job of blending in 3D fear that you are somewhat at a loss just what being without action means. It means just as it is phrased. Being who you are, universal God-Goddesses, segments of the Godhead, creators of the world, and thereby universal creators, without a need to perform or prove that such is so. A completely new path you are forging as you learn of the many tendrils of fear you added to your being to best fit in a 3D atmosphere. Many of you yet believe there must be some sort of requirement to do something in order to remove those pieces of fear. And, of course, that is your fear, that if you do not do anything, those fears will continue. The piece you have not yet accepted is that doing something is continuing your 3D world within you. It is time to learn to be. A difficult task for those of you who are action beings. Think of yourselves as Universal Scout Masters, a title that indicates a need for action. Action you completed by climbing your mountain and rolling down your hill to joy. It is time to switch off or shift that action mode to become the spiritual beings you are. That does not mean you will walk around in white robes blessing others, separating yourself from your community, your nation, and your world. But instead, that you begin to practice knowing that you are all you ever imagined the most spiritual person of your Earth to be. That, in all likelihood, you either helped those people you hold up as 3D spiritual examples of goodness and grace or were those persons in a former life. You have been part of the movers and shakers of Earth from Earth's inception to now. You are a forerunner, for you are of the Earth creation team, and know Earth better than any universal entity other than those who are of your Earth creation team. It is time to shift your focus. To throw off your heavy robes of Earth disguise as you accept you, allowing your true self to shine throughout the universes. Your Earth days of hiding in plain sight are over. Throw off your cloaks. Accept yourself knowing that you are an Earth creator, mentor, and change artist. It is time to change Earth once again. But not under the guise of a normal 3D human, living in fear or as the only one of the Earth bringing messages to help the world move to various phases. It is the time for you to claim you in all your universal glory, to unite with others who have been your Earth co-creators, and to move Earth to new and almost unexpected joy. When you, as a group, initiated the Earth experiment, you were not certain such would happen. For eons, you seeded thought processes through one or more of you visiting Earth. Some of you were in human form. Others of you nudged 3D beings through your unseen words and actions. So it is that you are culminating your Earth project by finally allowing yourself to be you in your human form. And so it is that you are learning to throw away your cloak that hid you so well during the lives you choose to experience on your Earth creation, until this time. Throw away your cloak and allow yourself to be. That is the only difference between those of you who have created your Earth security dream and those who are wondering why you have not. Allow yourself to be. So be it. Amen. Channeled by Brenda Hoffman. www.lifetapestrycreations.com